There's been some rumours going around that we are about to go bankrupt. So welcome back to another episode of Every Trade Behind the Build. Funny angle this. I found my tripod, bought one ages ago, I couldn't find it anywhere. And after all that, it was in the back of my car with all sorts of random stuff. So what's happening this week? Well, as you've seen, the yard is busy. We're trying to operate it whilst doing the big move. We're moving this week all those containers in our old part of the yard into the new section of yard. And we'll bring you that later in the episode. So yes, to address the elephant in the room, apparently there's been some rumours going around that we are about to go bankrupt. So what happened was, I got a message off someone a few weeks ago saying, are you laying all your lads off? And I was like, first I've heard. So I thought it could be that we laid a couple off in the summer when we after we finished Project 849. They were sort of like casual labour. Then I thought, is it my lads now looking for work elsewhere? Maybe. So I did a bit of digging, couldn't really weigh it up because we haven't literally laid anyone off since September. Anyway, that went away, nothing. And then I got a call yesterday from a pal of mine and said he was in MKM, the builders merchants, and someone came up to him and said, oh, have you heard about, you used to work for Every Trade, didn't you? Have you heard about Every Trade? Yeah, they're going under any time, any day. And he was like, and he knows me personally, like our kids go to the same school. He was like, nah, he said, no chance. They've just bought loads of kit. And he was like, I don't think so, because I think Chris would have mentioned it, but you know, maybe. And then he said, another guy later on in the day on site said to him, that Every Trade, your old company, are going bump, aren't they? Rumours are rife. Anyway, so made a few phone calls, couldn't find out why or what from anyone. It's absolutely ridiculous because we've literally just bought a grab truck, just bought the screener, just invested hundreds of thousands of pounds in this grab and aggregates yard. I credit checked us. That looks good because we credit check other people, and I always keep an eye on our own credit file. That was fine. So I don't know what's going on. All I can assume is that people see things on social media and on YouTube and this and are not happy with our success and maybe are spreading rumours. But the thing is, it's quite frustrating because these rumours could potentially damaging in that what happens if some of our suppliers hear that and then put pause on our credit lines. This has happened to me before. This has happened to me a few times. Ironically, when it last happened to me, we weren't in good shape. I've talked about this before. Whereas, you know, we'd overstretched after COVID. I'd spent loads of money personally on my house, so I couldn't really help the company out with cash flow. We priced materials at this price, but they ended up costing that price. And it was tough times. We really we had to dig deep. And the thing is, it was quite damaging. I was getting calls from people saying, are you going bump? You know, one of my main suppliers ran me and said, there's lads in here saying you're going under any day. Should we be worried because you owe us a few quid? You know, and then he told me that their insurance would say they wouldn't insure us, our debt. So our credit wouldn't insure our credit. So it's potentially damaging. That could mean that we couldn't afford to buy materials. we couldn't finish jobs. And then that could actually lead to you being in a position where you'd have to go bump. But I don't know where it's come from. It doesn't bother me at all. When my mate told me, I was laughing because I know we're all right. Don't get me wrong, nobody's flying at the moment. It's so quiet out there, particularly on the grabs and aggregate side, but we're not massively exposed to that because it's only a small part of our business. The good thing about what we do, and I've talked about this before, is that we've got a multi-pronged strategy. So we make money from construction. That's the biggest part of our company. But our profits have been invested into property. So that makes income all the time, which we don't ever take. We roll it up and put it back into the property portfolio. But should the construction company struggle, then there's money there, which we've done in the past, and vice versa. Construction's lent property money. We've also got preferred joinery, which is a very healthy cash flowing business. And the grab and aggregate yard, albeit is needing a lot of initial investment, is generating cash flow. So really, it is quiet across the board, but we're fortunate in that we don't rely on any one area. So yeah, just to reassure the people that might be worried, our suppliers, I know some watch, and people that we work for, customers, we're fine, we're stable. Credit checkers if you want. Don't get me wrong, we're not Elon Musk. I'm not Elon Musk, we're not Apple. We've not got millions and billions and trillions of pounds in the bank, but we're okay. So yeah, I thought I would address that because I don't want that rumour to spread, because people might not want to work with us, and we've got great investors putting lots of money into us. We've got, suppliers that extend great credit terms to us. We need that, and we built a business around that. So I want to provide reassurance. Might touch on this again later. So over in Liverpool, we thought we might give you an update on Project Greenbank.
So welcome back to Liverpool, and we are on our new sales and letting shop for Emperor Greenbank. Inside, I had a little quick look before. It's good progress now so far. The lads are in there now painting, which is good to see because it's coming to the finishing stages of the job, which means all the heavy building work is done and we can start fitting out and finishing off nice and neat. So a couple of little design ideas that we're coming up with downstairs for the downstairs basement in terms of colour. The tiles, just need to have a little look at them and check a few things, but I'm really happy with the choice we've made on the ground floor tiles for the front and the back. But I'm just going to double check the grouts matching in with them, same for the bathroom. But yeah, all going good. The shop sign, still waiting on that to come to us with a few different designs. A couple have been sent, but we're not happy with them, so we've gone back with a few more different changes to them. But yeah, let's go and have a look and see how we're getting on. So yeah, I'm just checking there, see how we're looking. But the kitchen's being fitted now in our small little kitchen, which is all nice and neat and done. Paused on the splashback as well. So what we've gone for, as I say, is a integrated dishwasher down there, integrated fridge with a small little freezer compartment, sink over on that side, all that storage underneath the sink. Water heater's going to go in there as well because there's no gas in here, it's just all electric. And then we've decided to put like a little bit of an open storage shelf cupboard in there as well, with no door on it. A little bit of an area there to put 2 stools and sit if anyone wants to sit and have the break in here. But other than that, it looks nice. The tiles look like a good little match going into there. And we're fully tiled as well on the floor. These tiles are really nice. They've got like a nice little grain to them, but they're quite smooth as well, which is good. Nice little bit of natural light coming in with these lights as well. Don't know what it was worth putting on the cupboards on. No, be enough for them. So yeah, nice. So yeah, I was just coming to look at the grout. So I always ask for photos to be sent to me when the lads are going to grout up. When we pick a different tile and we get sent a grout that's meant to match it. Whereas I'm looking at this now and I don't like it. So while it's still soft now, I'm going to let the lads to scrape it out and get proper samples here and offer them up and pick it, because I don't like it. Makes the tile look cheap. It's not cheap tile, it's expensive tile. It's too white, the grout, so I need to change that. The floor grout's perfect match. I like to try and get the grout the same as the tile, so it looks like it's all one. Whereas that there is nowhere near like it. So it needs to come off that. It's still quite soft really, so it shouldn't be hard to get it. Just rake it out a little bit and then we can go over it. All the corners anyway get siliconed up by our master man. The top the same in white, so that doesn't matter, it's just the tram lines really. that needs to get took off. So hopefully Christian's lads can get it sorted quickly. Tiles the marring the tiles, I mean Christian, so they've got like a little bit of a grain to them, but they're shiny still, so it's like a bit of a combination between the two, which is good because if people are coming in with wet feet or dirty feet, they won't show straight away. It also help you from slipping, but it also gives that nice clean effect as well. And I say, yeah, that grout there is well better than the one in the back.
I rake it off.
Needs to come off and change it. So we've just got a little bit of skirting to go into there. Plasters have been back now and they've covered in that wall. Darren had Ross and Ray framed it off and done it. They dropped back in then to put it in. Put a nice little reveal at the top there, just to finish it all in now. So the whole shop is now self-contained, which is good. Need to get onto the aircon that as well.
Soon as we done the rake out on the back,
yeah,
on the bricks.
Oh yeah, then you're going to do it.
Otherwise you mess around the new unit.
So then we've just got a letterbox to go in as well now. Whether it's going to go in here
on the bottom,
or get cut into the glass, we don't know yet. But just the lads who've done that for us are going to do it. Which is good. Scared to go in there as well, isn't he?
Yes, we got 2 pieces already on the top. Get saved.
Sound. But yeah, looking good. Because the ceiling might even get some thingies put on afterwards, don't know yet. Like a detail that you don't paint, you just stick them on.
Ben?
You know what I mean, like the panelling.
Would I leave that? Ceiling and walls.
All the walls, woodwork, everything.
Give me about 60 minutes, I get it back.
Yeah.
Don't type. What about the NTB 28, 29? That's
it's dead old.
For the maintenance we got.
So you reckon the stringer for the stairs will be sound, and yeah, handrail. Yeah, because we want to take it a little bit dark, obviously than the white. Because it's going to be like a bit of a meeting room, training room, podcast type room. We're thinking about putting paneling on the ceilings as well, not on the walls. We're going to leave that for logos. But then we're going to paint the same colour right the way through, on up the stairs. All the woodwork and everything the same, so we were discussing upstairs about what to use. So I think I'm best getting a couple, before you can get the paint in, I'm going to get some samples.
Samples?
That's it.
Okay, I get ready to test spots.
I've got test spots there.
So we got test spots?
Yeah, I'll have to get them. I'll work it out properly, get some photos and work it out before we just do it. Okay. Let's see, all the cupboard, all the same, doors, all the same, everything the same in here.
Yes, ceiling, walls, woodworks.
Yeah, so yeah, this job's at a good stage now upstairs, getting painted through. The lads are going to work their way down into here and then we can start getting finished off even more. We've got the second fix plumbing stuff to come, which is the toilet, vanity sink, mirrors and stuff. Kitchen's all now being obviously put in, just need the appliances to go in. And then once everything else is done, we can then start getting the floor right upstairs. They've got to move that box, haven't you? And then we can start getting ready to put the carpet tiles in. And then the shop's not far off being done, then we can start getting the office bits in. We've still got the divide to put in for the little glass pod. We're still waiting to decide whether to use preferred or to use the aluminium lads to do it. But we'll see. We had this colour, I need to pick the right colour. So our little cupboard's obviously been cleared out a lot more now, because the sparks are done there bits. Data Kev has just got his bits that he's going to put down here, so we're going to have all the cameras and everything down here for the whole building. All the internet's going to be down here, TV boosters for upstairs, all in here so we can operate it. The doors are now being put on as well, nice little routed edge done by Ross and Ray. So again, that'll be all sanded down, painted in, nice little cupboard door behind on there. And these are all done as well now. I'm going to put a lock on this, just to lock files if we have to. Again, nothing really valuable in there. This one being the slave door there, though he's done a top and bottom one as well, good. So we can open out and we'll have some storage cabinets in there, just to put files in. All the keys going to go in there for the houses. And then yeah, painted through, all the same colour. Need some skirt going in there though, don't they? So need a little bit of skirt doing in there, skirt round. Yeah, nice fit, good job on the second fix there. All the handrails up now for there as well. Nice little bit of a detailed trim up the stringer, just to get that gap in. As I say, they were the original stairs, these. And what we're going to do is with the carpet tile, is bring it right the way down into here on these steps and just put an angle trim on each step all the way down. So they'll need cutting back a bit then to square them off. So that's it for today on Liverpool. Nice and short there, to be honest with you, on Greenbank. Got a couple of bits I need to go and sort out now, so I've had to get off really, but inside, once they've painted now, we're just waiting for Data Kev to come back for us to do his bits upstairs, start getting all our beta bits done, and then Kev the Spark to come back and just finish off a couple of bits that he's left off, because he was waiting for that wall to be skimmed in, which is now being done. And then other than that, once all that major work's done now, it's easy for us to just get finished off, start getting the office furniture in there, get them finished off fully. Now that that's self-contained, it'll stay clean as well, even though Kirsten just walk through with muddy boots on from the back to get some sample paint so we can pick the colour for downstairs. And I'll say we want to do some logos down in the basement as well on the wall, so I still need to decide what we're going to do there and how we're going to make that work. I still want to do some type of logo on the wall in the shop, but we can come back to that and revisit it. For now, let's just keep pushing on getting it done and getting it ready for us to move in, because I'm hoping that come Christmas, January time, it's ready for us to get in there and be done. Upstairs obviously not being done because we're waiting on a bit of planning permission for the dormer, so we've just pulled off a little bit, get the other jobs pushed on elsewhere in the city, and then if there's any spare time we'll start putting the lads in upstairs, putting stud work in and stairs in while we're waiting. But for now we've just pulled off. So yeah, good little update. And for now, I'm going to hand you back over to Chris in Manchester.
So, even though we are going bankrupt, we actually still just had enough money left in the pot to get the 6-wheel grab Every Trade did up. That's right, we've done the livery, and Hollywood went along to capture the progress. I'm really excited by this. I love bringing another vehicle online, making it black, making it all stand out in our Every Trade livery, and it's even better when it's bigger like that. So now we've got 4 HGVs in our fleet. It's amazing. Just need to get them busy now. That's the hard bit. At the moment, I'd say it's probably not busy enough on that side. Well, it's definitely not, because really we only got 1 or 2 trucks out a day. But Rome wasn't built in a day. I think it was a bit of a chicken and egg situation. I decided I had to get the fleet in place and all the infrastructure in place before I really pushed and tried to get the work, because the worst thing in the world is winning all this work and not being ready for it. So it's definitely a bit front loaded on the investment, but let us know what you think. think that looks amazing. Really happy with that. We started wrapping our vehicles a bit ago. Obviously, if we can, we'll buy black. And because we buy brand new vans, by and large, we don't need to spray them or wrap them. But with the trucks, I've not bought brand new, so we've had to get what we can get. There's not that many brand new trucks out there, so we decided to wrap them. So thank you to 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗓. That's who we use to do all our vehicle wrapping, our signage, our workwear, all our livery across the board. They're based in Stockport. Derek is my pal who runs it. Really reliable service, really approachable, fair on price, fast. Couldn't recommend him enough. So if you ever need any kind of vehicle wrapping or graphics or workwear and you're in the Northwest, speak to my mate Derek at 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗓 and tell him that Chris from EveryTrade sent you, so he carries on giving me the royal treatment. Also, actually, as we're on the subject of giving out praise, I thought maybe it'd be interesting to talk about some of the channels that really I love. I mean, a lot of them have really helped us and plugged us and and built us up, so it's only fair that I show some love back. Obviously, number one, love Asheville. It's I know there's been this ongoing joke about me trying to be like him. I probably played on that a little bit. Truth is, we're nothing like them. We do a bit of aggregates, nothing like what they do. I just really like his content. I think he's smashed it in terms of capturing everything. He's obviously very disciplined at recording every day, which is something that sometimes I just forget to do because I'm so busy and entrenched in the business. He, from the start, invested in a videography team, which makes all the difference. I don't know how people do it without a videographer, and I know a lot of other content creators don't have a videographer. So, yeah, I mean, listen, he's obviously a busy guy. I did try and reach out to him. I know a few people haven't, not heard anything back, and I don't blame him. Why would he want to speak to people that he doesn't even know? It's not like I'm trying to offer him anything, although I have actually reached out. The last time I tried to speak to him, I was offering him some words of sort of, not wisdom, because he's been doing it probably longer than me, just a bit of empathy, because he's clearly in the trenches at the moment, and I've been in the trenches deep. Apparently, I'm in the trenches right now. But I thought it's nice to hear from other people to say, look, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's always darkest before dawn. Here's how I dealt with it personally, not on a professional level, on a personal level, the toll it took and how I got through it and how I've learned from it. And I kind of reached out and didn't hear anything back, but it's fine. Maybe he didn't see it. It's fine. But I do love his content. It's amazing. He's about 2 weeks behind, and he uploads episodes he records them 2 weeks before and then they get uploaded. I personally, I wish we could do that, because that would give you time to really polish the edit and make sure it was like looking amazing. But I also like being current. Like now I'm speaking to you, this is Wednesday, this will be going out later, all being well. I just do that because I want to be in the moment. I want to tell the story. I want to be a little bit more raw. Obviously, I love the boys and girls at D&J. Dave's probably been my biggest advocate, become one of my really, really good mates. Lovely guy, lovely family man. What you see with him and his family is what you get. Just no agenda. He's just a lovely guy. Like, for example, I'll talk about these in a minute, but the backs and car breaks, we had our match last night. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but let's just say it went off. But Dave drove all the way up from Nottingham to come watch the match. What a guy. Late at night, didn't get home until 11:30. That just shows the measure of the guy. So yeah, love their content. It's raw, it's informative. You get to see his business growth and journey, which is what I watch content for. Dainslow, top guys, met them both. They're really, what you see is what you get. You see their journey, see them growing. It's really nice. I love watching their stuff. It's very easy watching. It's funny, but also they do sort of drill down. They don't try and sort of dress things up. What you see is what you get. And they've invested loads in the business, and I love that. It's just great. It's a journey, and you're seeing them grow. Again, another channel where you can actually see a company go from here to here and everything in between. So yeah, I also like Ollie Gregson. I'm not sure if any of you guys watch him, but I've mentioned it before. His channel's great. I mean, it's probably, in terms of like the look and the aesthetic of the channel, it's the best out there. It's so polished. It's broadcast standard. Now, you might not be into that. You might want the more rawer stuff, but it's great. It's so nice to watch. He's a really, you know, honest and open guy. I mean, probably one of the most open and honest guys out there in terms of what he's putting out there. He struggles with cash flow and growing the business. But yeah, I'd like to meet up with Ollie. It seems like he's going places and he's getting into the grab game. I should try and put him off it right now. But yeah, loves Ollie's stuff. Obviously, like Baxenden car breakers, we had our match, like I've said. Wait and see. Come back on Sunday to see how we got on with that. But again, that's really raw yard content. What you see is what you get. Two hard-working brothers that have built a business from nothing to what is, you know, a really successful business, and they're only going one way. And like, what I like about them, everything they make, they're putting back into the business. They really are. I bet they do quite well, but they don't squander it or whatever. They, yeah, well, I mean, I think they found the boots that they played it last night in the back of a car, so that says a lot about them. Obviously, Welder Faber. Love Baz's content. Director does a brilliant job there on the edits, really drills down into the content, and I've learned so much in terms of the technical side of plant and stuff from there. And again, they're approachable. I speak to Baz, speak to Director, good guys, and just creating good content. There's loads more I haven't mentioned. There's some in America. There's YouTube's amazing. I don't watch TV anymore. The only thing I watch on TV is the news and football, and both of them are pretty miserable, to be honest with you, especially if you're a Man United fan. Although there could be light at the end of the tunnel. Could be worse. Could be a City fan. Couldn't be, Dan?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I just thought I'd share a bit of love and talk about the other channels that I love. And if you're not subscribed to them channels, get subscribed. But you're not subscribed to ours, please subscribe to ours, because apparently YouTube unsubscribes you. And subscribers are important. So I talked about the yard before. We are now in the process of the final stage of the big move. We're going to be out of our old part of the yard pretty soon. So we've booked a crane company to come in, move our container village, but actually the plot thickened, which I'll explain as we go in a bit, and we've had to spend even more money just to move a little bit. I'll explain as it develops. So yeah, whoa, wait a minute, I forgot one very, very important man, probably the funniest, the rawest, the most entertaining content out there, the man, the myth, the legend that is the professional struggler. I love Chris, top guy. Hopefully he still watches our stuff. What a channel that is. Probably one of the most engaging channels out there. Love watching Chris's stuff. Again, you learn loads from that because it's honest. You actually see it go wrong, it go right, it go wrong, he get it right. He knows his stuff clearly. So yeah, and he's another really genuine. What you see is what you get with him. And I need to find a reason to get him over to our yard. We've got Dale though, that's the problem. But it's not a problem, it's a good thing. But yeah, actually, over to the yard now. So this day is ticking on now. I thought I'd have a little catch up with the boys. 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 West. How are you feeling after last night's football? Don't mention the result.
Good, mate. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good game.
Feel like you give a good account of yourself?
I think so.
Yeah. But our kid, actually what I will say, and again I don't want to give away the result because you have to watch on Sunday, but, and he absolutely loves this, James from Baxenden said that our kid is a great player. How do you feel about that?
Class, mate. Light work.
Light work, yeah. Well, come back on Sunday and we'll tell you how we got on. How are we doing on the architectural front, TB?
Very good, mate. Very busy. I was measuring a factory
I know,
the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Did you record that?
Yeah, I've got a bit of footage on it.
We'll bring that actually probably on Sunday's episode. But yeah, that's I forgot about that. Yeah, we stitched you up there, didn't we?
Yeah.
KTM told me you had a bit of a measure to do. He got there. It was a full factory.
Yeah, I thought it was a couple of like office, moving some stud walls around, but then I went through the back and it was a factory full of gear.
Basic warehouse, wasn't it?
Basically, a warehouse full of equipment and had to measure around.
That's a bit of a different kind of job for us, really, commercial, because we don't really do any kind of commercial architectural bits and pieces, do we? We've done a few, haven't we?
We did bits,
We did that pub conversion and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it's nice to do something different. Again, this is something with a customer where they've come to us and they want us to explore the options they've got. They want some mezzanine floors going in, which again, we haven't really done, but we can do. So we're going to get into the design of that, and then we're going to price it, see if it's within their budget, and if it's not, value engineer the design with them to try and bring it within their budget. And that is the beauty of using someone to do design and build. But yeah, busy on that side. Anything else coming up? What kind of projects? It's weird because it is quite out there, but what we do on the architectural side is a good sort of barometer, isn't it? In terms of people designing extensions and stuff to get built.
Yeah.
How many jobs do you say you've got in front of you in the pipeline?
In front of me at the minute, 5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But they come in week out as well, so that could go
yeah.
to 6 to 7 this week alone, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Good. How about on the grab and aggregate side, our kid?
Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah?
It is.
Getting busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
How are you finding it?
Good, mate.
Yeah. Are you learning about aggregates?
Well, yeah, you gave me that book, haven't you?
Yeah, where is it actually? Yeah, buried amongst it.
It's actually at home.
Oh, I like it. You took it home for a bit of light reading. Although you did ask me yesterday, what's the difference between grit sand and sharp sand? When I said, actually, if you've done your homework, you'll read.
Yeah, but you're not going to take it all in at once, are you?
Yeah, but that was the first page. Get your homework done, lad. So yeah, no, it's good. We are relatively busy on both sides of these businesses. Yeah, that could be new work, get it done. So yeah, going well, but don't want to get in the boys' way because work's always got to come first over this YouTube thing, but I like to bring you the real, on-the-ground action from what is happening. So, I've just come outside for a bit of fresh air. It's actually beautiful in Manchester at the moment. Blue skies, no clouds, but you know what that means? It's absolutely freezing. I think it's about 3 degrees, but at least it's not raining, which means we can make progress in the yard. I mentioned before, we're doing the big move with the cranes, you've seen that. Well, as that was progressing, things came about. We had to end up making some executive decisions that have caused us a bit of financial pain now, but in the long run will make sense and be a good move, hopefully. I thought, just to give you guys a bit of context, because I've not been able to get down to the yard, I'll do a little voiceover over Hollywood's footage here now. So, back to the yard to see how the move went. So back with the voiceover. Thought it might be easy to actually talk about what we're doing here. So you see these 40-foot containers, we did not own them yesterday. To raise these bays up, we've had to buy some containers to double stack the existing containers that are there. But actually, even though it costs us money, it's going to be a good long-term purchase because it's given us extra storage space that we desperately need, and it means we can probably consolidate some of our other places we've got where we store tools and materials and have them all centrally located at the yard, meaning we know what we've got and where we've got it. This is the next day where we finally managed to get our tent roofs back onto the containers. The boys have bolted these frames all down the way on the containers, so that if the wind blows or we get a storm like we've had recently, they're going nowhere. What we've done here now is been able to double the capacity of moist soil that we'll be able to store and dry, so that when we can screen, the product will be nice and dry and it should go through the screener. We've invested quite a lot of money in setting up this operation, as I always say, but we think long term this is going to pay dividends. Some nice work on the drone here from Hollywood, but you can see our little container city is coming together. So here you can see those two smaller 20-foot containers there. They are going to be our crew room and our site office, and there's my mega bay, one of two. So that is it for another episode of Every Trade Behind the Build. We're nearly at episode 80. That's ridiculous. It's over 80 hours of content out there now. Yeah, it's nuts. I love it. And the good thing is he's getting to meet amazing people, making amazing contacts. We've got work across all the businesses, but the downside is this whole bankruptcy thing, rumours like that. Tried to get to the bottom of that today. Definitely not going bankrupt. Not that I know about anyway, and certainly not yet. I meant to say before when I was talking about the other channels that I like on YouTube, there was one that I forgot to mention, which is Ben Morrison, a guy in the Highlands. I think it's Morrison Lawn Landscape, Hollywood. Put a screenshot on. Great channel, great content. The guy is brilliant, and he's so young and so passionate. He's going to be big, so follow his as well. Have a great rest of the week, guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please like the channel. I've got a meeting coming up right now, so I need to hurry up. Have a great rest of the week. See you on Sunday, where you'll see who won the epic battle between Baxenden Car Breakers and ourselves, and it was heated. Have a great week, guys. Yes, lad.